Happy New Year, everybody! I hope you're well. I hope you had an amazing New Year. I hope you came up with some marvellous New Year's resolutions, all the usual malarkey. Eat less, drink less, exercise more, all the stuff that lasts well into the year until, you know, the 2nd or 3rd of January when we give up. If you're anything like me anyway. Right, so a couple of days ago, a customer came into my shop, really nice gentleman, relatively new to the area, does a lot of river fishing. Obviously the rivers are completely flooded at the minute, so he's not been able to do much fishing. He said, can I go down south, can I fish Southbourne on a Barbel Rod? I said, well yeah, of course you can. So if the conditions allow, Southbourne's a wonderful beach because there's no real tide or anything. So as long as it's not a storm in your face or tons of weed, you can fish as light as light down there. So here I am, with my Barbel Rod, down Southbourne Beach, stealing that guy's idea. No, but I thought it'd make a great video actually, just to show you how light you can fish down here. I would love that the goal for me tonight would be to catch a ray on my Barbel Rod. I think that'd be loads of fun. It'd be a good bite. It's going to be a great fight, hopefully, and that could be lots of fun. That's the real sort of goal. I have got another rod here, my usual light beach caster. This is my light Ecclesio, which is like a 2 to 4 ounce rod. Nice light hybrid tip, that sort of thing, because the conditions really are flat. Got some nice northwesterly winds, which is completely flatten the sea off, which is lovely. And yeah, just gonna have a little play, a little scratch around with that, see what else is around, see if there's any pouting or whiting or some, you know, probably rays on that one as well. But there's still a few big bass around. It's a good time of year for the big bass as well. So depending how the evening goes, I might chuck one out for a big bass as well. So lots to think about tonight. You're gonna have to excuse the not so great audio as per usual with my videos. The wind and the rain and the sand blasting it's had over the last couple of months, my microphones I think have finally died. So I'm just onto the standard built-in GoPro mic. I shall try and shout as much as I can, which will probably please everybody up and down the beach. So I'm going to get the Barbel Rod out first. Probably rather predictably I'm going to go with an earth rig, okay? So to keep it really barbely, I've even got a 2 ounce barbel lead, well, barbel lead, but a coated camo lead out of my river box. Simple earth bar, 3 and a bit foot of line, and a size 1 Aberdeen at the end. I think fishing single baits would probably be sensible. I don't think I want to catch a double or triple shot of rays on my Barbel Rod. Right, and on that there ook, just a single nice small sand eel. Perfect for rays down Southbourne. And that is it. That is as simple as it gets. Whole sand eel, threaded up like a worm, on an earth bar with a 2 ounce lead, clip it onto the Barbel Rod and whack it out there. Right, Barbel Rod is in, we are fishing. Second rod is just about to be cast out. Simple 3-hook flapper. I've got a bit of a mixture of baits tonight, so I've got anchovy at the bottom, I've got a strip of squid in the middle there, and I've got another sand eel at the top. That's all the baits I have. Sand eel, squid, anchovy. That should cover a few options. And I'm going to... oh, I'm not even going to cast that one very far to be honest. I'm going to give that a sort of a 50-yard chuck. And we'll just play it from there. I can bring it in a little bit, I can chuck it a little bit further if I need to, but I think around the 50-60 yard tonight should be ideal. Oh. Sadly the first bite's come on the, not the Barbel Rod, but... goes to prove that there's some fish out there. First go. I reckon he's on there. Yes. Fish on, first cast. Double shot. Little small-eyed, little whiting. That gets the session off to a flyer. Hopefully find a few slightly bigger than this tonight though. think that's a bite. Even on the light beach rod, with little rays, great bites. It was so much fun. Let's see if he's on there, shall we? Yeah. Let's go get him. Another little bava small-eyed. I'd rather catch this on the other rod. Maybe I should change tactic on that rod. Put out a bass bait. That was on the squid this time. First one came to sounding. Well, a little bit disappointed I'd caught 2 fish on the wrong rod. I thought I'd check the barbel rod and not going to catch me in an empty hook, am I? So let's try putting some bait on it. Right, so my paranoia has got the better of me. I'm going to whip this one on. A little bit of bait elastic. Make sure that doesn't go anywhere. Can't be having fish stealing my bait. And just because I can, or mainly because I just caught the last one on a bit of squid, I'm going to tip my sandal off with a bit of squid. Right. Come on, this time surely. Got a bite on the barbel rod then, guys. Pulled down and then slackened up. Come on. I'm pretty sure that was a bite of some description. It could be a whiting or something. Only a single hook rig, so I think the sensible thing to do is get it in, check the bait, put a fresh bit on if necessary. It feels heavier than a 2-ounce lead. Could be a 2-ounce whiting as well. Success! First fish on the barbel rod. It is a whiting. It's not a beast. It's not the target species, but it's a fish. Woohoo! I caught a little ray on the wrong rod again. I don't know. No luck at all. Convinced I was going to get one on the barbel rod. Got a few little whiting around as well. Right, let's get her back quick. Getting quite a lot of taps and rattles from the whiting now. So I've decided I'm going to try a live bait rig on my left hand rod. I'll leave the barbel rod doing its thing. I'm going to bump into a bigger bass or something. Tappy tappy rattle rattle. Right, whilst that's bouncing around, my live bait rig, a little bit different from the norm perhaps. I fish a live bait hybrid dongle thing. Okay, what is that? So, usual thing, earth bar, 4 foot of line. I've actually gone really heavy, I've gone 0.80 on this, just purely because of the amount of congers around. Certainly don't need anything like 0.80 for bass fishing, but just, yeah, congers. So I've got a 4.0, actually a 4.0 circle hook. I've gone down from a 6.0s, mainly because I'm not mounting a bait on the actual hook. So a 4.0 circle tied on with a perfection loop, and then a little live bait dongle. And what happens here, if I just grab a little bit of squid. Right, what's that hanging off the bottom of my squid, making me look like an amateur? Right, there we go. So we have a little bit of squid hanging off the bottom of my little size 4 wormer hook here, which is attached via a little length of braided line with a bit of glow-in-the-dark tubing on to the bend of that circle hook. What happens is, Mr. Whiting, or Pouting, comes along, goes nom 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 nom, eats that squid, hooks himself, and then he's perfectly positioned and hooked for the circle to hopefully catch a bigger bass that comes and eats the fish. That's the plan. It's a bit of a sort of, you've got to be really brave with this rig, because you've got to chuck it out there and hope and rely that the fish that's taken that little bit of bait is the sort of right size for the job. The amount of times I've done this and reeled in a dogfish after an hour on the live bait rig, and I think, oh, I just spent an hour live baiting a dogfish. Probably not going to be overly productive. But there we go, so that's my live bait rig. I'll do a little video if anybody's actually interested to see my dongle hybrid, which is such a stupid sounding thing, but I'll do it anyway. Right, that's still bouncing around. Let's get it in. If there's little fish, it's going to be big fish. There we go now, little whiting. That would have been perfect on my live bait rig. Let's get that out there and hope that something like that takes it. So you're probably all thinking, why not just catch a small whiting, put it on a big surf hook and cast that back out? You are of course absolutely right, that is one way of doing it. However, that's fine if you're fishing in the gutter, you know, sort of 10, 20 yards out at the most. If you want to go sort of 40, 50, 60 yards and beyond, that sort of thing, sort of casting a live big fish like that, it's not that easy. But more to the point, that fish is probably going to die. It's going to go slap on the water and the vigours of the cast and that sort of thing. So this setup means you can cast as far as you can cast, and hopefully fish a live bait. So you can fish a live bait as an extreme range if you want to. Little tappy bites on the barbel rod there. Not the intended target, but it's fish. Little fishy on. Another whiting. Another whiting to the barbel rod. Oh, which one do I talk about first? Okay, so bite on the live bait rig, which is a good thing. Well, when's a bite not a good thing? You know what I mean? So hopefully that live bait rig is now loaded, so I can leave that where it is until the rod gets hooked over and I have to catch it before it gets dragged into the sea. And also, straight away I bite on the barbel rod. Although sadly again, it just looks like another whiting. So I just picked up the live bait rod to give it a lift and a couple of reels just to make sure it's something small. I'm not 100% convinced it is. I don't really want to be sat here for an hour live baiting a little ray, do I? We'll see what happens. But this seems to be reasonably active. Or not. Just put that down there, pretend I didn't say anything. Yeah, I'm going to bring that in. I'm going to bring it in because I think it's a small ray. I'm going to absolutely kick myself if it's a whiting or a pouting. What was the one thing I said when I was setting up this rig? I said, I've spent many a time live baiting a dogfish. I'll add tonight onto the list of many a times. Unbelievable. First tiny dog of the evening. And it happens to come exactly when I wanted a small fish. So my decision to bring it in and check was the right one. Oh, one of these bites. In a minute it's just going to go. Not this one, I don't think, but just a whiting, I think. Even a whiting puts a bend in it, though. Was another whiting. a slightly better one than the last few. And they do actually fight. So on a rod like this, they actually go. It's not a big whiting, but... So, it's a fish on the Barbel Rod. Yeah, when they come into the last sort of 10 yards or so, you can actually feel him quite enjoying it. I've gone slack. Don't get too excited, people. Might not be anything. Come on. Oh, I don't know. I missed it. It could be an issue, couldn't it? A little 2-ounce plain lead. That fish could easily pick a bait up, move it about, drop it without setting the hook. So I think next time, unlike with my beach rods where I just leave it and I'm happy to sort of let the lead and the rig do the work, next time I'm hitting that fish, striking the bite. I'm slack again almost straight away. Well, that hit within about 60 seconds of it being out there. Big slack. Shall I hit it? Oh, it feels a bit heavier. Ooh. Oh, could it be? Could it be? I've done it. I've done it. Alright, it's small, I know. Let's not be sizist now. But that is a ray. And that is my Barbel Rod. Down Southbourne Beach. Proving you can do it. If I'm brutally honest, I was going to say it didn't fight like I was hoping it would. It's tiny. Let's try and catch a bigger one now, shall we? Oh, I'm all excited. Never been so excited to catch an undersized ray in all my life. It's kind of turning into a long session for me. How did I get down here? Must have started fishing. Must be 4 hours in already. And it's just determined, bloody minded to catch a ray on a Barbel Rod. Waded through don't know how many whiting. Success, can't even speak. Success. I guess the trick is now to catch a sizable one. I reckon that'll be fun. Oh, I'm going to call it a night, I think, guys. It's 11:15. I think it's later than I've ever been out in my life. My wife will be worried sick, I'm sure. Anyway. I've had a lovely evening. It's been a really, really nice evening as well. The first time I've been outside and not been blown around or rained on for months, it feels. Southbourne's been Southbourne, really. Plenty of fish. Didn't get a big ray. I'd love to a sizable ray or a nice bass on the live bait, something like that. But you know what? I don't care. I came out with a purpose. I had a mission. I wanted to prove that you can fish light. If you're a coarse angler and you're fed up and not being able to fish the rivers because they're flooded, come down the beach, have a go down here. You might surprise yourself, you might enjoy it. You don't need to worry about buying a whole new setup. This is an 11-foot Barbel Rod, a 4,000 size reel, a simple 1-hook rig, and I've had loads of fish all night. I've had plenty of whiting and I caught a ray. Get in. That was the mission. Would have been nice if it was big, I know. Don't be so sizist. Size doesn't matter. That's what my wife has never said, actually. But I'm pretty sure she thinks it, or means it. No. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one.